Title of the video is Fuck Being Humble, Have an Ego, Alex the Virgo. Let's see what friend of the channel, Alex the Virgo, has to say about it.
All ego means is your sense of self. And whenever going to chase something high of stature, some sort of success or some goal, you need a high sense of self. Because whenever you have a high sense of self, it says something about you. Whenever you have a high sense about yourself and you deal with people, you deal with life circumstances, you realize and tell yourself that you are bigger than those things. Versus if you have a low sense of self, you have low self-esteem, you're not very confident in yourself, you think these things are bigger than you. So you submit to the hardships of the journey to success. And most people, that's kind of how they are. They don't rock the boat too much. They don't think they're worthy of much, so they accept a lot less. But
because most people are fucking losers.
Between those people and the successful people, Michael Jordan.
Those people are fucking losers. I always say it to you guys. People tell me like, yo, Scott, you got an ego. You need to be more humble. Blah, 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 blah. And it's like, are you stupid? How do you think I was able to get to the level that I'm at in life? How do you think I was able to succeed and get, you know, the success that I've had in my life? For me, I put it down, right? Like having the watch, girlfriend, nice apartment in the city, career, knowledge, supercar, all of that stuff. I always downplay it. But the truth is that there's people that spend their entire life and can never even get to even a fraction of that level of success. But those people, it's because they're not delusional. For me to go from zero to having a job making $20,000 a year to getting to a job that makes $200,000 and owning a supercar, it takes levels of delusion. And that's what people don't understand. And this is the reason why I can't let somebody like HD pull me down and make me give up on my goals, because I know what it takes to reach the levels that I'm trying to get to. And it takes peak levels of delusion. If you're not crazy, if you're not delusional, if you're not willing to ignore everybody else and sacrifice everything to get to your goal, then you're probably not going to get to the goal. You're lying to yourself. You're saying you want something, but you really don't want it. Because if you really wanted it, you'd lock in 1,000%. If you really wanted it, nothing would be able to stop you. If you really wanted it, you'd be willing to do anything it takes. And that's what people who don't get to goals don't understand. They think it's just something fucking easy. They look at you and they say, oh, that looked easy. You have no idea how many people have met me in real life. And when I had the supercar and they just assumed that I just was born with some silver spoon, or it was just handed to me somehow. Like they don't understand the level of grit it takes for you to get to the next level in life. Nothing is given to you. And you have to be delusional and you have to have a huge ego. When somebody tells me like, yo, your ego's too big, I look at them and I pity them. And I ask them, like I ask myself and I ask them like, what do you mean? They're like, you're full of yourself, Scott. You're too full of yourself. And I'm like, who am I supposed to be full of? If I'm not full of myself, who am I supposed to be full of? I don't know about you niggas, but I'm full of myself. I'm not full of anybody else. And maybe that makes me a fucking sociopath, psychopath who only gives a fuck about his own self and the outcomes of his own story. But so far, it's helped me succeed in life, and I'm not planning on changing that at all. You want to know something crazy, bro? When I was driving around in the Mazda Miata, I was so delusional that I would imagine myself driving around in a McLaren. I would drive around in my little Mazda Miata, and in my mind, I would imagine myself driving around in a Ferrari F8 convertible. And I did that until I fucking found myself in an actual Ferrari F8 convertible. And that's the kind of mindset you need to have to get to the level. Otherwise, life is going to beat you down. Your personality, you derive it from the people around you, right? Your personality, who you think that you are, is a reflection of what other people tell you, right? This is the reason why when somebody becomes a criminal and everybody treats them like a criminal, they internalize it and then they fucking go on a downward trajectory and they don't usually accomplish anything because they fucking accept the reflection that's being imposed on them as their identity. And in order for you to succeed, you need to avoid that. So you need to be delusional enough to reject the personality that the people surrounding you try to impose on you. You got to keep on going, even if you fall off the horse. Me getting laid off is me falling off the horse. But do you think I'm going to go back and hang out with the people I hung out with when I was broke? Fuck no. Fuck those niggas.
Michael Jordan had to be Michael Jordan for like 7 years before he ever won a championship. So Michael Jordan had to sit here and go when he first got to the NBA and, you know, the Bulls wasn't a superstar team yet and stuff like that. He had to tell himself that he was good enough to carry a team to a championship, meaning he had to have a certain amount of ego, a certain amount of sense of how good he thought he was, even if reality wasn't showing him at that time, to put in the work. Like that's
fuck reality.
Your ego isn't just
Make your own reality.
Your ego is the thing that tells you to put in more work than everybody, because your ego is going, I can be better than them, and I'm going to take the necessary actions to be better than everybody else. So
wait. I do have a correction though. I do have a correction. Ego with work behind it. I'm delusional, but I also put in the work necessary to get to where I want to go. If you are delusional, if you were as delusional as I am, but you're in your mom's basement with the Vaseline and the Pornhub and the video game controller, then you're just mentally ill. Let's clarify some shit here, chat. Let's clarify some shit here, chat. The only time you're allowed to have a crazy ego like what I have is when you're putting in the fucking work.
A certain level of ego, he wouldn't have even started working as...
Yeah. On the rise. That's what I'm saying, bro. Because some people have zero skills. They're lazy as fuck. They're not doing jack shit. And then they want to have the same ego that I have. I've seen it before. This new generation, there's plenty of niggas like that. They think they deserve... At that point, it's not ego. It's entitlement, right? It's entitlement at that point. They feel entitled to something. They feel entitled to the fucking McLaren. They feel entitled to the $200,000 a year. They feel entitled to the girlfriend. They feel entitled to the nice apartment. They feel entitled to the rollie. They feel entitled to all this shit, but they're not willing to put in the work to back that up. Those people can fuck themselves.
So you can't have a sense of determination to achieve. That's all a part of success. You cannot find a successful person in life who don't have an ego. You know, that's
He's right.
Part of the whole scenario.
How big is your ego?
It's big, but it's controllable. I won't let it.
He says, damn, no Octavia mention.
Feel it.
That's crazy.
Or feel threatened by it, because I am very sensitive to other people's thinking of myself and of my personality and of the way that I carry myself. So my ego would never take it to a point where it imposes on other people around me.
Another example is Kanye West, and I'm not gonna lie, he's gotten a bad rep lately because, you know, he does kind of be doing some weird things these days.
Have you regretted anything that you've tweeted?
Nope.
Nothing.
Man, I gotta use the bathroom. Where's Virgil's grave?
He said that shit cold. Okay, this, I don't know what the fuck he was on with this one, bro. And also, On the Rise, the reason why I didn't mention it is because anybody can reproduce, bro. Anybody can reproduce. You got to be down bad for real if you can't get some box. Maybe I'm being an asshole with this take, chat, but a nigga who can't get some pussy, I don't even count that nigga as a human. Them niggas are subhuman. You're telling me you couldn't get no box? Niggas be like, yo, I'm 25 and a virgin. I'm like, okay, buddy. Okay, man. You go back to your subterranean layer. Them niggas can go back to their subterranean layer, bro. Bailey says, okay, shush. I'm just keeping it a buck, baby. It ain't that hard. Niggas be acting like it's Mission Impossible. She says paying doesn't count. I'm not even talking about paying. Paying is just as bad as not being able to get it. I'm just speaking facts. Today I'm in fact speaking mode.
But when Kanye first started out and in his prime, whenever he was dropping back-to-back banger generational projects, his ego was not only outside of the roof, but like his ego is like every single successful person, their ego is what made their careers even like start. If they didn't have big egos, we wouldn't know them. Like, okay, Kanye, when he first started out, y'all don't remember seeing that clip from The Genius, his documentary of him coming up, and he was like trying to play his music, the All Falls Down song off the College Dropout album, in front of the A&R at Rockefeller Records, and the lady literally ignored him. Like a lot of people, that would have happened to them and they would have gave up. They would have gone, if this A&R, if this really high up person didn't see anything in me, then why should I even see anything in me? But no, he had a really big...
He didn't give a fuck, that's why.
That shit. I'm going to keep going. I know who I am and what I can do. And obviously, you know, now he's Kanye, which is good and bad. But you know,
usually when you're the absolute best, you get hated on the most.
Thank you.
But never stop fighting. No matter what anyone says, no matter how they try to compromise your vision. If it's in your gut, if it's in your soul, there's nothing There's no worldly possessions that should come between you and your expression.
Yo, Kanye was cooking back in the day.
As a race, human beings, we're a blip in existence. Death is promised. So what do you do with your life?
All here born to die. No cap. No
How do
cap.
you make your voice the loudest?
Another example is like Drake, bro. You know, Drake literally, okay, he had all like, mind you, all of these people, they had the odds stacked against them. Okay, Drake was a suburban Jewish black kid who,
You know what pisses me off about this whole situation though, guys? What pisses me off is that people that want to hate will tell you you can't do A, B, C, D, E, F, G because nobody knows who you are yet. They'll say, yo, Scott, what the fuck are you doing, bro? You're trying to make a YouTube channel about yourself and your takes? Who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you to say anything, Scott? Nobody's going to listen to you. They'll say something stupid like, you think you Aiden? You think you're Sneeko? You think you can just come on here and say whatever you want? That ain't going to work for you, my nigga. You got to go do something else and then try to pivot. But then when you watch a documentary like this and they show you the kind of antics that Kanye was doing, the kind of antics that Drake was doing, you realize that no, these niggas didn't start doing something and then change how they were. They've been doing the same thing they were doing from the very beginning. That's the reason why he's Kanye. That's the reason why he's Drake. That's the reason why he's fucking Kai. That's the reason why he's IShowSpeed. That's the reason why he's Aiden. That's the reason why he's Fuzi. Like, yes, maybe they did start out, some of them started out doing other things, but they still had their antics. They didn't start out, oh, I'm going to be a random generic fucking COD player and then I'm going to pivot into doing React content and talking about my life. That's not how it works. But then again, I'm just a dumb fucking bug, right? I don't know what I'm talking about, right, chat? I'm just an imbecile, right? And yet people are watching me. Wonder why.
started off as an actor, bro, who was also from Canada. Did I just say Canada? He was also from Canada trying to get an American rap-based audience. So he literally had everything against him. Everybody was telling him he does not deserve to be here.
So self-conscious about the strikes against me, like, you know, coming from Canada and being on a TV show and being like, you
Canada's
know, super
crazy.
light-skinned. But now it just
Super light skin is wild.
to really accept that I am something different. I am something new. I see it more as an opportunity to really be like, well, maybe I don't have to be the next Ye or I don't have to be the next Wayne. I could just be the first Drake.
But you know, Drake.
Damn, bro, that hit. Yo, that hit, chat. Maybe I don't need to be the next Kai. Maybe I don't need to be the next IShowSpeed. I just need to be the next Scott Leonard. Fuck, dude. Yo, Drake was cooking, bro. What the fuck, chat? This nigga cooked with that line.
That, like, you know, it's
Nigga cooked with that lane, chat. Holy
still
shit.
that ego, inflated sense of self that allowed him to, again, put the work in, invest, drop out of high school, do all of these things that would make him into the person we know as today is Drake. But it started with that ego, that sense of self, and that sense of entitlement to whatever it is that he wants.
You can judge me if you want. That's cool. Like, sooner or later, though, it's going to be inevitable that your girlfriend's gonna be playing it, your mom's gonna want to listen to it, your brother's gonna be like, can you get ready to give me an autograph?
Woke up one day like, yo, this is my time. This is my this is my thing. I run this, you know.
This is my thing. The crazy thing is, do you think Drake didn't have haters? I wonder where the Drake haters are now. The original Drake haters when he was a nobody. Can you imagine, bro? Yo, I can't imagine a life, a world where Scott Leonard is in his parents' house waiting for somebody to go live, to jump on their stream, and to leave little hateful comments. In what world does that even make sense, dude? Fuck me, chat. Can you imagine how pathetic and sad your existence has to be? You ain't getting no bitches. You ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no clout. You ain't getting no attention. You ain't getting jack shit. So you gotta derive your joy from jumping on another nigga's fucking stream and trying to tell them they ain't gonna make it. Bro. Damn, dude. I almost feel sorry for these niggas. That's why I let niggas troll me. Because I say to myself, I'm doing charity work right now, bro. I'm doing charity work, chat. I'm letting niggas troll me so they can fucking get their self-esteem up. Yo, if I gotta be the scapegoat, I'll be the scapegoat, chat. Doing my one good deed for humanity over here in this bitch. I'm like, yo, if you hating on me is gonna make you feel better, it's gonna make you be able to fucking stop gooning for that 1 hour, then fuck. I'll take that hit then. Fuck it. I'll be the bigger man. I'll let you hate on me if it's gonna let you fucking have at least a speck of fucking hope that maybe one day you'll be able to leave your parents' house and venture into the real world. And maybe by off chance, you might be able to pass your genes along to some obese wildebeest of a woman, unbeknownst to herself. Maybe. Fuck. If only one could dream, right? I'll make myself the martyr so that it gives you the confidence to leave your parents' basement.
Nobody can really talk to me. I'm good at what I do, and you know, I'm ready for anything really, you know, and whatever it is, whether it's a one dance or whether it's know yourself or whether it's energy or whether it's whatever, I'm ready. I'll shell out anybody, you know. There was just a point where I was just like, yo, I don't give a f. I'm ready to take on anything.
Another really good example is Future. Whenever Future was first starting out in Atlanta, most people don't know that Future was doing this for like 10, 15, 20 years before he even got his first ever really big song. But whenever Future first was starting out, everybody said when he was doing the auto-tune and mumble rap thing, they said that was weird. His manager actually didn't even mess with him whenever he first was starting out. Future was literally renovating the sound of trap music. And at first, nobody was on his side, but he had an ego. He had a belief. I'm telling y'all, you need an ego.
They're gonna thank me later. And some people gonna thank me.
They said they're gonna thank me later. Why you have to talk with the Duke Dennis voice though? That's the real question.
Because they already know. They don't doubt me. A lot of people doubted me. Now it's like they trying to figure me out. Like what is he gonna do next? Nah, don't worry about what I'm gonna do next. It's gonna happen though. Just don't worry about it. No worries. No worries at all. I'm not worried.
Homie said, that's for me to know and for you to find out, bucko.
I got red bottoms on right now. I'm comfortable.
Do not let people tell you.
Nigga said, I got red bottoms on right now. I'm comfortable. Yo, chat, the truth is, just like how our boy Alex the Virgo said, like, this nigga was doing that shit in the shadows for years. I'm in the shadows right now. You guys are watching me in the shadows. We're in the underground, my nigga. Right now, you're in the underground, bro. You're in the jungle. Welcome to the jungle, baby. We're going down. You're catching me early, my niggas. But I promise you, 5 years from now, it ain't gonna be the same shit. And the niggas that stick around and aren't haters, they're gonna be like, yo, that nigga that I used to watch, Scott Leonard, blew the fuck up, bro. That nigga got millions of subscribers now. Fuck. And the haters are going to be hating someone new because the haters can't, they're like cockroaches, bro. You can't shine the fucking spotlight on them. They're allergic to fucking sun. Sun is a disinfectant for those niggas. They be scurrying from corner to corner eating shit. Fucking cockroaches. You ain't no fucking viewer. You're a cockroach. You're a cockroach. In the famous words of Tony Montana, you ain't no cock, Pete. You're a cockroach. The fuck out my spot.
Is an ego and you have to be selfless. Those
dirty scumbags.
Now, if you let your ego get in the way of you treating people right, that's a different thing. Or you let your ego get in the way and you make you feel like you're better than everybody from a human to human standpoint, that's one thing. But I'm talking about when it comes to you, your art, and your trajectory. Your ego is the thing that tells you you're not just gonna have a normal trajectory of go to college, get a good paying job.
Being a normal nigga.
You're not gonna be the musical artist who falls off, or you're not going to be the basketball or football player who, you know what I'm saying, doesn't even get a college offer. Your ego is the thing that not only sets you above from everybody mindset wise, but it lays down the foundation so you can actually put in the work to prove that you actually are better than those around you that you sit.
The fucking ego is the fuel for you to keep going. If you don't have ambition and ego in this world, you're not going to add up to shit.
Are skill wise. So You as an artist, please develop an ego. I'm not saying do not have humility. I'm not saying be arrogant, but I'm saying have a sense of self that
No. Don't talk out of both sides of your mouth. I'm saying be arrogant. Fuck it. Go balls to the wall. Don't give a fuck.
sees you as so highly that nobody can bring you down. With that, I'm Virgo. I appreciate y'all so much. If you would like to book a one-on-one consultation call with me, go, you know what I'm saying, follow this Instagram, DM me. Also, just if you would just like to, you know what I'm saying, see more shorter form content and support, follow me. About to hit 1,000. That's really cool. And I just want to say thank y'all so much for the love.
Yo, W's in the chat for my boy Alex the Virgo. Go check him out, guys. This guy, he subscribed to the channel. He's been in the chat a few times in the past. We had him on a Discord call. Go show him some support, chat. He always be dropping the bangers. Nigga got 20,000 subscribers already. That's crazy. Because when I talked to him before, I think he had 15. So he's definitely making it. I need to fucking start to get on my grind, chat. Hopefully tonight we got some clips. I think we might have got some clips tonight.